Hello friend. So now let's start writing a first CSS selector using CSS selectors functions. So as we have already learned, there are like a lot of CSS selector functions. So we'll start with the standard functions ID value. So if there is any ID in your web element available, then we can use the ID value directly. So for an example, if we inspect here any element, let's say this element we have inspected, which is the header for this one, UL, this has ID. So if you open selectors hub, you just have to type hashtag, and there you go, it gives you in the drop down. So you can select this and press enter. So easily you can write with the help of this function has ID, and you can verify this one if ID is available. If ID will not be available, and let's say you have inspected this element and ID is not available, selectors will not suggest anything. If ID will be there, then it will suggest you, so that you can select and press enter. So this way you can write the CSS selector by using ID values. You will have to add hash before the ID value. Next function, class. You will have to add dot. Like for ID we have added hash, for class you will have to add dot. So here you just type dot, it will select, it will give you, and you press enter. Now the important point to remember here is that if a class is having spaces between the values, like here you see that this class value is quite long one, like menu item space menu item space menu item. You can also hide here this auto generated selectors for now. So here you see that menu item space menu item, lot of spaces are there. So when you will be writing the CSS selector for class, you will have to replace all the spaces by dot one by one. So remember, all the spaces you will have to remove by dot, and starting with dot when if you are writing CSS selector with class. So here basically you just in CSS selector you just put dot. What selector sub will does, it will replace all the spaces by dot here, and it will give you the value. But here you see that there is a space at the end as well, so avoid using this way because it will show you zero matching node. So that is the reason that it is giving zero matching node, because a space is there at the end. If you take any other value which is correct, so yeah, this one here, if you type dot, it will give you, and whatever number matching node it will show you. So this is good example, this one, that you got to know that if there is a space, junk space, and you have to trim the value, then in that case avoid using that class. If there is a no space like at the end or in the beginning, then it's fine. You can just replace all the spaces in between the values, and there should be only one space. Remember it, if it is like two spaces, then in that case it will not work, your selector will not work, it will start behaving differently. So yeah, so this way you can write the CSS selector. Replace, start with dot, replace all the space by one dot, and in fact like in CSS selector sub you just put dot, it will show you with that. Tag name, attribute is equal to attribute value. Yes, so let's say for an example, if we have to write in CSS selector for platform here, and this is the one. So here how we can start, and we want to and remember, as we have learned in the previous lecture, that we cannot use the text for CSS selector. We will have to use only attribute values, attribute and attribute values. So here suppose like drop down toggle, so this we will have to think in behind in our mind that these attribute values are stable or not and unique or not. Based on that we used to write the CSS selector. So drop down toggle, this looks like not unique, doesn't look like unique, because drop down toggle must be used for this, must be used for this, must be used for this as well, because like this also has drop down, these all are header values, so they could have the similar values. Platform, yes, this attribute looks stable, unique. So we can use this one. We will use this one. Always prefer that one which you feel that this is unique, this is not dynamic, this is stable. So that use that attribute. Has, of course, we will not use. Drop down, of course, we will not use, because again this kind of value could have multiple elements. So this is looks unique. So what we will do, we will start with tag name. You just type, select this one, then open a square bracket, and here we want with title, so you just type T, and there you go, all the options are available. Here you can select and press enter. It is giving two matching node. If you want to make it unique, yes, we want to make it unique, and you can choose any other option, any one more attribute, like we have this one. So attribute name is equal to attribute value, and if you want to add more condition, like in XPath we have AND function, so here as well, like you can add more attribute as well. So this you can select and press enter. Until you are not able to find it unique, you can keep building it. So this way you can write the CSS selector based on the attribute name is equal to attribute value. If you want to make it unique and you're not able to make it unique, that I will show you. First thing, like this is how we can make the CSS selector. We can write the CSS selector based on the attribute and attribute value and tag name. Then tag name star dollar. If we want to write in CSS selector whose value ending value, we want to pick only ending value. So for an example, let's say we want to write a CSS selector for all those elements which has title as form in the last. So what we will do, we will type this A and then title. We want all those title, all those link in this page, link when A tag is used for links, anchor tag it is called. So we want all the link in this page which has title value in the last as form. So here it will give us all those title, all those link which has title value form, which has like form in the title value. Now press enter. There are two elements which has form in the title attribute. Okay, and let's take some other example as well. Here this doesn't have any attribute. Forum, title. So this also shows two attribute, two elements matching. Then there could be like more elements, more example. Let me show you here in Google. So for an example, if we want to write an CSS selector for this element, Google search here. So you start writing here input, and then value we want with this attribute value. So you just type value is equal to Google search. So here also it is matching two elements. Now you see that if you want to write all those which has and as search, so what we can do, like of course you can delete this value and put the dollar here. You will see it is showing two elements matching, but if you remove the dollar, then it will show zero matching node, because value is equal to search, there is nothing. So dollar is for end value. If you want to write CSS selector which is start with Google, so add Google here, it is end with, right? Now if you put cap over here, so cap is for start with. Now you see that it is giving the results. Suppose we have to write the CSS selector which has in which we want contains. So let's say if we remove this geo and just want ogle, then you, in place of cap, if you have cap, then it will not work. Now you will have to use star. Press enter, then it's showing matching nodes. Okay, so this way it will show the results. So we have learned three functions now. uh, Star, which is ending value of attribute value, cap start value, star substring of attribute value. Now you see that it is having uppercase and lowercase in the value. How can we make it like uh, ignore, like I mean ignore the cases? We want to write a css selector so that like if somebody makes a mistake while writing and make it like this, then it, in that case also it should work. Or let's say we never want to use uppercase lowercase, we want to write everything in a small case. In that case you can use I is very powerful function in case of css selector. Just add a space here after ending value, single quote or double quote, whatever you are using, space, and then type I, press enter. Now you will get the results. So I is to for ignore the case in case of css selector. So this is how you can write your css selector by using different functions. And if you want to like make it unique, there will be functions, there will be some attribute values which will be unique for that particular element, so that anyways you will get it from selectors hub. Like while you will be writing over here, you will get that whatever values or if class or anything is unique, that you will get it, and that way you can make it unique. In the next lecture we will learn about writing relative css selector with parent. Thank you.